What's up guys, I'm back once again to show you some of the hot mods of the week, and in this week's episode we have a bunch of brand new sound mods, a new grenade mod, and a brand new weapon mod. But to kick things off, we have elevators 2K and 4K, and what this mod is going to do is retexture some of the elevators in the game with a much more high resolution texture. I mean, just look at this. What is this, Bethesda? What is this? But with this mod, you don't need to worry about such shoddy craftsmanship. As well as this, all of these textures are going to come in both 2K and 4K. Now these retextures are absolutely brilliant, don't get me wrong, but this is not my favourite mod of the week by this particular mod author. And that's because this week they decided to also put out Paint Peeling Concrete 2K and 4K. Now I'd have to say that out of all of the retexture mods that we've taken a look at in this series, this one has one of the largest impacts. And I don't mean performance wise. There's quite a lot of texture mods that will absolutely destroy your frame rate, but this is not one of them. What I mean by impact is that you spend a lot of time indoors, so you tend to notice these brand new textures a lot more often. And of course, as the name suggests, this mod is going to come in both 2K and 4K. So if you're looking to make the painted walls in your interiors look just that little bit nicer, then maybe this mod is worth a download. Now the next mod I have for you is Power Plasma Arsenal, and what this mod is going to do is take the semi-automatic firing sound and the reload sound of the plasma weapons and make them sound a little bit different, and this is what that's going to sound like. Now this is not the only sound replacer mod that we're going to be taking a look at in today's episode. We also have Power Combat Rifle, and what this mod is going to do is replace the combat rifle semi-automatic firing sound with a new, slightly tweaked version, where the cut at the end has been faded and an echo has been added, and of course this is what that's going to sound like. Now, moving on, the next sound replacer I have for you is Power Missile Launcher, and of course, what this mod is going to do is alter the sound of the missile launcher to make it sound a bit more powerful, in my opinion, and this is what that's going to sound like. And now, this brings us on to the final sound replacer for today's episode, and of course, I'm talking about Power Alien Blaster. And if you haven't already guessed, what this mod is going to do is take the Alien Blaster and change its firing and reload sounds to sound a bit more sci-fi, and of course this is what that's going to sound like. Now I think we've spent enough time taking a look at sound replacers, so let's move on to the next mod. And that would be the Marine Commando armor. And to get your hands on said armor, simply open up the console and type in help marine for ARMO. Here you will find the armor's ID code, and then by typing player.additem and the ID code, you'll receive the marine armor. Now as for upgrades, don't be expecting anything too crazy, as the only option you have is ballistic weave. But that's okay, not every armor mod needs a million upgrade options. Now I think it goes without saying that this armor is a modded combination of the standard marine armor and Kellogg's armor, all in one piece that doesn't take up any of the armor slots, simply the under armor slot. But with that being said, let's move on to the next mod. Now it seems like forever ago that we last took a look at a modern warfare weapon in Fallout 4, but now we're going to change that with Modern Warfare grenades. And what this mod is going to do is add two brand new grenades into the game, the fragmentation grenade and the Semtex grenade. And you can acquire both of these in several different ways, purchasing from a vendor that sells grenades, looting from containers, and by crafting at a chem station under the grenade section. And this is going to require a small amount of crafting materials and 2 ranks of demolitions expert. Now the fragmentation grenade is going to feel very similar to, well, the fragmentation grenade from the base game. You throw it, it bounces, it explodes, enemy dies. but that doesn't mean that we can't have fun with it. Now, as for the Semtex grenade, this is going to be a little bit different. Now, instead of bouncing, what the Semtex grenade is going to do is stick to any surface it comes in contact with. This includes walls, ceilings, and possibly even enemies, which is one of the most unique features I've ever seen in a grenade weapon mod. Now, maybe there are other grenade mods that do this, but I'm yet to see them. And with that, I think that just about covers it for Modern Warfare grenades. Now, the final retexture mod that I have for you is Boston Airport sign 4K. And of course, what this mod is going to do is take the sign just outside the Boston airport and give it a fresh 4K retexture. Now, the difference isn't crazy from far away, but the closer you get, the more amazing this mod becomes. The attention to detail is absolutely undeniable, and thoroughly shows why this mod author is one of my all-time favourites. So if you feel that your Boston airport signs need a bit of an update, then maybe this mod is worth a download. And of course, this week's weapon mod is the Red Hammer, and you can acquire this weapon from any chem station under the Red Hammer section. Here you'll be able to craft the weapon and its brand new ammo types, and this weapon is going to cost you a small amount of crafting materials and require Armourer 2 and Gun Nut 3. And in terms of upgrades, you have the choice of 10 receivers, an amazing 23 barrels, 2 stocks, 2 sights, and finally, no muzzles. Now, for whatever reason, this shotgun really gives me the Super Shotgun vibes from the Doom franchise. Now, that may be because we reviewed the Doom Super Shotgun a couple of weeks ago. There's just something so satisfying about a simple double barrel shotgun that the standard vanilla double barrel shotgun could never do. Well, unless you ever found an explosive version of the double barrel shotgun, or the combat shotgun for that matter. But anyway, getting back to the original subject, if you're looking for a crazy fun weapon that isn't crazy hard to get, then maybe this mod is worth a download. And with that, that's going to wrap it up for this mod, and the video for that matter. I hope you all enjoyed the mods here today, and if you did, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I hope to see you all in the next video.